name is Giancarlo Bruno. I'm the Director of Intelligent Safe Technologies. We're a technology company that is set out to solve the problem of armed robberies in retail telecommunication. Intelligent Safe Technologies is based in the Western Cape with manufacturing facilities in Stikland and our head office in Montageu Gardens. Intelligent Safe Technologies has been in operation about 24 months. The company was established to try and address the issue we have with armed robberies in retail telecommunications. Effectively, we try to apply our minds to come up with a technological solution to minimize the risk involved in retail. So investment has been ongoing. From a partners and shareholders perspective, we've invested roughly R2.5 million. We've also been lucky enough to receive a TIA seed fund grant of roughly R700,000. We started with one employee effectively. Our other director, David Parkross, he brings the engineering expertise to the organization. Depending on workflow, we employ between 3 and 7 people at the moment. So as our orders ramp up, I think there's a natural progression or organic growth in the employees. So effectively what will happen is over time, as the order book grows, we'll obviously employ more and more artisans to actually build the safes. We have a massive software development side or facet to the product, which means that at the present moment, despite the 7 staff members we have a whole nother team of outsourced web development people. It's a computer-controlled smart safe, which is, we believe, the most intelligent safe in the world. From an engineering perspective, it's obviously extremely rigid, unibody construction. We've made sure that it's extremely secure. We've gone for all the bells and whistles in terms of engineering. We've got glacier bearings, fully concealed hinges which are impervious to cutting. We've radiused our doors and made extremely tight tolerances on shut lines to make sure that people cannot get tools in there. We came into contact with CEDA via a SDP network incubator, which is a company called Savant. And they assisted us with getting a TIA grant, and that is obviously how we've come into contact with CEDA. And the seed funding came in hand at a very critical time of the growth of the organisation, and probably without it we wouldn't have been able to continue our development, so it was critical to our growth. We have a lot of very good frameworks and government interventions going on, and I don't believe that those are very well publicised or very accessible at the moment, so I encourage every SMME to do their research and find out what support the state offers. I think we've got to focus on the small wins at this stage. The potential of the product is just immense, and it has got application in so many other fields. So from a beginning of business perspective, I think what's really exciting is interacting with people, showing them what our product can do and how excited they get when they actually realize the power of the product. So that definitely boosts our morale every time we interact with a new industry where we didn't possibly believe that there was application, and we find this application. The other thing is, I think when you have validation that your product actually functions, and the example is a successfully stopping an armed robbery or something like that, that's exceptionally motivating. I think given the type of product it is, as well as a motivating factor is to try and make sure that our staff or retail staff never have to deal with these sort of things, and I believe that this technology has a real opportunity to prevent armed robberies from taking place in future, quite simply because an armed robbery is it's a crime of opportunity, really. The guys have to go in, they have to know they're going to get a significant amount of money very quickly, and it's an in and out thing, and by removing that opportunity they're going to move on to other pastures, and then we're going to have a real effect on people's lives, retail staff's lives, so that they don't have to deal with these things. I think from an SMME perspective, I'd like to encourage them to keep making it easier or improve the accessibility for those who really need it. So remove the red tape and make sure that you keep doing what you're doing, but make it accessible to the people who really need the help. We started with very small ongoing investments. So myself and my business partner, we put in money on an ad hoc basis as and when required. Our total investment at the moment is about 2.7 million. From a turnover perspective, we've managed to turn over roughly 5 million rand in our second year. So where would we like to be? I would like to see Intelligent Safe as a global company, trading in high-risk retail environments, and I believe it's got the potential to be a 100 million rand company within 5 years.